Does the unicorn client really exist? The unicorn client is somebody who doesn't waste your time. They spend the big bucks, they respect your processes, and always have big budgets. Can we take a reality check? I am pretty sure nobody watching this video, including myself, has ever met the unicorn client. Hey, I'm Lee from the Trailblazer FM podcast and Cloudways Maverick, and I, like you, are on the hunt for the unicorn client. In our search for the unicorn client, we don't want those time wasters, we don't want those tight wallets, those that don't respect the way we need to work to get them the success that they need. We want those who do respect the process, who will pay for value and essentially will be a part of the wider team. Over the years, I've never been able to find the perfect client that we're all striving for. However, I've been able to find some that tick just a few of those boxes. Many years ago, we predominantly had those time wasters, those people who didn't respect our processes and our skills, those people that had tight wallets. Nowadays, we work with people who do respect the skills and the talents that we bring to the table, people that consider us a part of their team, and importantly, people who are willing to spend money on value. Let's share how we got there. First, we needed to build our platform. Your platform is your marketing message. It's you putting yourself, your business out there for your ideal client to see and to be attracted to. In a previous video, we talked about attracting the right sort of leads, and this is the essential part of your platform. Whether you show up on social media, whether it's an advertisement in a magazine, on TV, or at an event, you need to be sharing what your ideal client wants and needs. You need to show that you understand their problems. That's where you can build your platform, you can build your credibility, you can build your attractiveness to, hopefully, the unicorn client. And even if they're not the unicorn, they're going to tick an awful lot of boxes. They're going to be very grateful for the skills and the talents that you bring to the table because you understand them better than any other provider that they've ever met. We had no platform. We were trying to be all things to all people. The moment we decided to target just a very specific demographic of people, everything changed. We knew where to show up. We knew what events to go to. We knew what to say on social media. And we also knew exactly what our ideal client looked like. And out of those ideal clients, we now have people that I would consider are very close to the unicorn client. They might be watching this. You're all unicorns. Next, we want to review systems. Our agency had no systems or processes. We were great at what we did, but to be honest, we just did what we normally do without telling the client what we were getting up to. That meant we had a client who was blind to what we were doing, blind to the process, and they were building a lack of trust in our ability. We were disappearing and getting to work and, in our considered opinion, doing a wonderful job, but we weren't communicating that to the client. We weren't making them a part of the process. We weren't talking in the language they needed to hear to assure them that things were progressing well, or to ensure that they were an essential part of the build, the design, the product or service. For us, the most important system was just simply a task management system, allowing us to assign an owner within our business who owned the communication with the client. And every time an email update would be sent, a follow-up task would be assigned to that owner to make sure they followed up a couple of days later if there was no response. There was also another system for assigning subtasks to other people within the agency whenever something needed to be done for that client. The owner within our agency, however, would always still manage and oversee the communications to make sure we were being responsive and we were being clear. Finally, this is the big one. This is the secret, really. It's your mindset. Over the years, we've had some awful clients. I guarantee you could share stories with me right now of some of the worst clients you have ever had. And first of all, I'm sorry, but secondly, think about those clients for a moment and then think about new people that you onboard. Have you ever gotten scared or nervous when the new person asks for a meeting? Do you get filled with dread and anxiety and you're like, why do I feel like this? Well, often it's not because your new client's horrible. It's actually because you are projecting your past experiences onto pretty much all of your new clients. That's something that I have done for years and I still try to this day not to do it. If I get an email that says, call me, I'm gonna freak out. And that's me projecting a lot of past negative experiences onto new clients. I really have to take myself out of that moment and remind myself that I run an agency that's built a platform for this ideal client. They understand my systems and processes, and hey, I'm going to show up and add value. So I don't need to freak out if they want to have a call. So this is the biggest area I would say most of us need to work on, which is our mindset, especially with new or existing clients. Are they really that bad, or are we projecting some of that murky past that we've experienced onto them somewhat unfairly? It's a good question. Let us know in the comments below. Are you projecting some of your negative experiences on your current clients? Do you have the unicorn client? I wouldn't suggest you share that because everyone would want your unicorn client. Do you think a unicorn client looks different for different people? Let us know in the comments. Whilst you are there, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe. And if we don't see you in the comments, hey, let's see you in the next video.